Well, hello again everybody. We've got a decent day for a change. We've had rain, more rain, wind, more rain. It's been atrocious. Mind you, everything's really growing well in the garden, but oh dear, trying to get anything done is absolute nightmare. I haven't got, as you'll tell, I haven't got my UV back on my pond yet, so my pond is a little bit cloudy to say the least. So I've got to get that fitted sometime pretty soon. I haven't had it on for 2 months, so it's not done too bad. Yeah, so I've had no UV light on it, but I will get that put back on in the next day or so. Get that done. But as you can see, like I say, things are growing. Look at that bush over there. This year it's gone mental. I'm not going to get my covers on it. The first thing I've got to do is get my shears out and trim it back, because I'm never going to get my covers on top of that. It's gone mad this year for some reason. It's even growing backwards over the garden again, and I've lopped all the branches off that was going that way, but it looks like I've got to do it again. You can hardly see the little statue at the back this year. So there you go, things are growing. My wife keeps looking on her iPad at her weather report on there, and it keeps saying we're going to get a heat wave, but I don't think she's looking at the right place. I said make sure it's the UK. Don't know how well it's picking it up, but it is cloudy in there. I've got to get that UV sorted out. It sits on the floor in my shed, so I've got to get that done. But everything else is okay, everything else is going well. Like I say, again, everything's growing. The wistaria's gone mental this year. I've had to keep cutting it back and cutting it back. I don't want it that big. But this year will be the tester. Next spring we'll see if we get any flowers. I've been doing a bit of swatting up and research, so we'll see. Big tester for my garden abilities. Not a lot of hope really, but hey ho, we can have a go. I want to get my RDF out and get that put right. I've got several jobs I want to do, but I don't want to get wet while I'm doing them, that's the trouble. But first of all I want to get this cut back, because when the time comes I won't get my covers on it, so I'm going to get that chopped back for a start. See if we can get that sorted out. Okay, as you can see I've got my pruners ready to go, so let's have a go at it and see if I can trim that back a bit. Well, there we go, that looks a bit better. Once I get going with them snippers, there's nothing stopping me. All the plant life in my garden tends to duck when I got them out. I've just got a bit more to fetch off the top of the pond, and that should about do us. Very good, looks a lot better. I can get my covers on this year now. Well, good morning everybody. As you can see, everything's in full swing here. The wife's got the washing out. I've just given the koi some dried worms. They've been splashing and chucking the water about by the looks of it. But they enjoy them. What I'm doing, I'm just in the process of checking my water parameters. So in here, I'm just doing my ammonia, nitrite and nitrate. The ammonia and nitrite look spot on as usual, but I've still got that hint of nitrate. I've always had it and can't get rid of it. I must admit, since my backy shower's been up and running, what, a couple of years or more now, a couple of seasons at least, it is a lot less than it ever used to be. It used to be quite bad, but nowadays it's not too bad at all. So quite pleased with that. I've still got a bit, but I don't worry about nitrate too much. It's not as important as the nitrite or ammonia, but as you can see, I've got absolutely zilch on them, so not too bad at all. Quite pleased with them. I'll now do my KH and pH. Okay, and there we go. So all in all, my ammonia is spot on, nothing wrong with that. My nitrite, nothing wrong with that at all. My nitrate, it's up a little bit actually. It's about 50 milligrams a litre, so that is a little bit high, but it's nitrate. It's, I don't know, I don't seem to worry about it too much. And then my KH is 5, which is a little bit low. I should like that a bit higher, so I might just add a little bit of buffer to it. And my pH is 7.5. I don't know whether you can see it there, but 7.5, so that's alright. So my pH is okay. At 5 I might just leave my KH alone and see if it improves. I might take it again later in the day, see if it changes at all, but nothing to worry about water wise. Everything seems to be hunky-dory as far as that goes, so quite pleased with that. As you can see, I've polythened across the front. I'm absolutely sick to death of getting leaves out of there and trying to keep the leaves out of there. So I've polythened it off this year. Might even get some wood and board it up across the front there. Put a couple of windows in it so that it opens up. Make it a bit of a summer house. Something like the shed. Do it to match the shed across there with a couple of windows, and then make it so it all folds open. Keep it a lot tidier in there. It does get messy in there with these bloody trees. But I just thought I'd just do that for now, temporary, see how we get on sealing it off. Well, boys and girls, I don't know whether you remember, but in the last video I showed you my creaking tree. Well, it's not actually my tree, but I showed you the creaking tree. That's it there. It's over our bloody house. But if you remember rightly, it was creaking like mad. Well, take a look at this. Well guys, you know I said the tree was making horrible creaking noises. It won't anymore. That's fallen right down on his house. And we've been asking them to cut this tree down for absolutely ages. What a bloody mess. Don't know how they're going to sort that out, but it's only just gone. He can't get out his back door, he's had to come out the window. Well, we've been telling them and they've not listened. So the actual creaking tree will creak no more, because half of it's gone. Unbelievable. If there'd been anybody in that garden, it would have killed them. Absolutely ridiculous. We've rung and rung about that tree and nobody's done anything about it. So now there's half a tree out there. We're just wondering where the next bit is going to come down. It is terrible. Well, everybody, we've had a full 24 hours of this and it's just not stopping. We had 2 or 3 days of rain before, on and off, but this just hasn't stopped for over a day. The yard is like a bog if you walk round it. It's absolutely terrible. The fish, I'm not sure what they think. I'm going to have to check my KH and pH because this is going to alter it big time, I think. So I'm going to have to go down there and check that this afternoon. But I also wanted to give my heater a clean, my pond heater. I wanted just to give that a bit of a pre-winter clean. But I can't even get out there to do that unless I'm prepared to get sopping wet. But hey, that's what we're stuck with at the moment, boys and girls. Well, good morning everyone. And what a disappointing summer we've had. Not good at all. We got a little bit of sunshine today, but boy, it's cold out here. I can't believe how cold it is. It's terrible. As you can see by the state of the yard, I don't know whether this camera picks it all up, but there's leaves and stuff everywhere. Could do with a tidy up really, but it's been so bloody cold. Cold and rain galore. They're all a bit quiet down there. I've got my heater on. I'm keeping it so it doesn't drop below 13 degrees. So it's keeping it at a nice steady 13. But they're definitely a little bit slow today. I don't know why. They're all a bit quiet. I'll start moving about a bit, I think, once they see me. But yeah, a little bit quiet. What I want to do, I can't believe we're starting to think about winter at the beginning of October. Well, I am anyway. What I want to do is have a look at the heater. If we come across here, the heater itself, sorry about the fingers, is, if I can lift it up one-handed and pin it up, I'll pin it up at the top here. Right, what I want to do is get it ready for winter. Wants a good wipe down by the look of it, but yeah, basically at the back where we took the cover off, the insulation off to fit the new RDF in there, I want to put all that back. I want to just check the flow through it, just whip the pipes off, make sure everything's okay in there, make sure the flow's good. Mind you, these things tell you if the flow's not right, it'll soon tell you. And if it's really not good, the actual heater cuts off. I'm going to get them off, and then as you can see down there, cobwebs, get rid of all the cobwebs. Do not, and I repeat, do not wash these down with a hose pipe or a pressure washer. Definitely not a pressure washer. The fine thins inside there, you'll just flatten them. You'll do more damage than enough. So all I do is I get an inch or a half-inch paintbrush, a new one, and just flick round to move all the cobwebs. Just flick him and then up and down inside them, the fins inside there, and the same along the back. But just get rid of all the cobwebs mainly, and any leaves that's there, get rid of that, just so it's got a nice through flow of air. But like I say, certainly do not do it with your jet wash or your power wash at all. Don't touch them with them. But that's about it. You can't do a lot to these. They just sort of carry on from year to year. That's about all the maintenance you can do. So I'm going to get that done and then I'll be back with you. And there we go. All decobwebbed behind. No cobwebs behind the heaters. There's none in the actual heat exchanger, in the actual fins of it. There's none in there. There's no leaves. They're all gone. So we're all good to put it away and let it do its winter job. So we'll put this back down. I do have two, I don't know whether you can see them there, bolts on it that do actually bolt this down to stop the wind lifting it up. And there we go. I'll just stick this one on. That's that bolt on. I'll do the onside one later. But yeah, there we go. All ready to take on the winter. That roost I put on it is just nice actually. It just keeps the weather off it. So it's alright under there. It works well. But that's it. Ready for another winter. Well, hello again, boys and girls. Well, I just stood here having a look round, feeling very pleased with myself. I've got most of my jobs caught up, getting ready for winter. All I've got to do now is put the pond covers on, and I've not put them on yet. One or two have, I know, but I've not put mine on yet for the simple reason it's given us temperatures of 21 degrees on my wife's iPad coming up shortly. So I'm holding off. I've got to see how that goes. It's never done anything it's said it's going to do yet, but I could be wrong. We might just get temperatures of 21 degrees, so we'll wait and see for that one, see if it does warm up. If not, I'll just have to get me pond covers out and on a bit quick. The pump has been cutting in, the heat pump, the air source heat pump. Let me take that out of the way. We can have a look. Yeah, it's used £5 worth of electric in just over a week, so it's not been doing an awful lot at all. So we're £5 and a penny at the moment, so not too bad. That's in over a week, so not too bad there. Now then, like I was saying, I was feeling very proud of myself. Not a lot to do now, getting ready for the winter, potter about in the shed, and then it dawned on me. I'm now cleaning my RDF, or the Quinny Koi RDF, with tap water. My tap water comes in from outside, which freezes up in the winter, so now I've all of a sudden got to do something with that, and quick. Well, not that quick, but I've got to do something with that, because that can freeze up in the winter. It's outside, obviously. So what I've done is I've fetched the pump up. As you can see down there, I've fetched the pump up, so I've now got to connect it up for cleaning the drum from the clean side of the filter. It's this outlet here. Where are we? Over here. That outlet's going to feed the pump, and then the pump's going to pump back up to here. So that will work as a one-way valve. So if it pumps from here, water won't flow that way, because that's a slide valve and stops it. The water can run because I'm going to put a one-way valve in here, so it won't push water back down into the pump, because like I say, I'll put a one-way valve in there and stop that, so I can run from either or. So it's either or really. So that'll sort that out. I've just got to go up and get some bits for that, which I haven't got. I need some 90 elbows and that sort of thing in the inch, so I shall have to do that and get it done for winter. So that's a little job I'd forgotten completely all about. What a good job I remembered it. The outside would have just frozen up, because it actually runs, splits and runs my hose as well, my garden hose. I've got 40 foot of hose on there. Well, I should bring that in the winter, turn the tap off, let it drain down, so it don't matter if it freezes or not. But I forgot all about this. Oh dear, I am getting old. So like I say, I've got to sort something out about that, but that'll be for the next one. I'll do that in the next video. It'll give me something to make a video about, won't it? I just want to let you all know before you go, I've pinned a comment in the top of the comment section, and it contains a link to somebody's koi pond, which I think you'll find very, very interesting. Watch it, have a look, watch it, and let me know what you guys think to it. It's absolutely beautiful. So guys, I'm going to call that it for this one. I'm going to wish you all the best. Stay safe, take care, thanks for watching, and as always, happy ponding.